If you want to know what it's really like to travel the country in an EV and live in this camper, then hit subscribe and stay tuned. This week we're in Caprock Canyon, Texas. Hey guys, well, we've just arrived at Caprock Canyon State Park here in Texas. There's bison herds, should see some prairie dogs, and we're gonna do some hiking. We arrived after visitor hours, so we're just getting settled in. One thing I read on the sign is that there is a non-potable ordinance for this area, and that all water that is going to be consumed will need to be boiled for 2 minutes. So it's a good thing I at least got my 5 gallons of fresh water that I brought. I might have to go into town and go buy a bunch of water to drink for the next few days, because we are gonna be doing some hiking, and then every hike we're gonna need at least 1 gallon each of water. So we're gonna be drinking a lot of water, and it's gonna take forever to boil water when all I have is this little saucepan. So here's our little site, and we're gonna start unpacking. I've immediately got the Basecamp connected. I've got the air conditioner running because it's like 96 degrees here. There's not much shade at all. A little picnic area with a little bit of shelter. And you can see Indy within 5 minutes has managed to tie herself up as usual. She is wrapped around this post, and that's the post she's secured to, which she should be able to circle around. Indy, why do you always do that? We got some serious west sun right now, so I've got all the blackout curtains shut. Give me a little insulation. We got the money tree out, and definitely need some water. The other side of our site, got the water hooked up. Here's our power and our water connection. I got my water filter going, and if you look at the power, I'm running the Basecamp off of the 110 15 amp. All right, so next we got to get the Tesla hooked up. We got a 30 amp circuit here, so let's get our adapters and get it plugged in. All right, that's connected. Now let's plug it in. So here's our 30 amp. And breaker is on. So we're gonna check the Tesla power pack, and it is green, golden. And let's get it connected. And we have green. Let's check the inside of the car. So if you charge the battery too high, then you're gonna damage the life of the battery, and that's not a good thing. So what we want to do is just set the limit down, and then we're just gonna move this down to daily, and done. And then we'll leave it like that. The night before we gotta go, we'll go ahead and just charge it up to wherever we gotta charge it to get to our next spot. All right, Tesla is done. Next, continue unpacking, setting up camp. All right, so one thing you wanna check at your campsite is see if they have a sewer connection or like a little dump connection where you can just connect your black water tank right to it and just let everything flow right in. But I've done a check on the campsite and I don't have that. So let's take a look at our water levels, and we might make some adjustments here on our plans. Let's check. All right, so let's do a quick check. Battery 13.1, that's great. Fresh water is at 0. Black water tank is at 46. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill it all the way up, and then I'm gonna go to the dump station, and I'm gonna go ahead and empty it out since I'm gonna be here for a couple more days. I'd rather just go ahead and fill it up, empty it out, and then get it down to empty, and then that way I have the whole few days. Because I don't want to get it up too high, and then I'm stuck with having to take the Basecamp, hook it back up, take it to the dump station, dump it. So a little extra effort right now, but I'll go ahead and get it done. It's better in the long run. So setting up, you got a little bit of logistics before you can relax, but these are all things that you have to think about before you settle in. There's a fly in here, and it's been annoying me, and Indy's getting annoyed too. I'm gonna go for a quick walk. Huh? Let's do it. Indy and I are just cruising around the park. The sun is setting. It's beautiful here. The rocks are so red. Really nice area of Texas. you think? It's beautiful here. There's some bison right there. Indy. No. This is crazy. There's bison all over here. I went to this parking lot to play with Indy and do some fetch, and they're everywhere. I'm standing in the parking lot. This is crazy. They're just like all over the parking lot. Look, this is crazy. I don't want to move the car until they leave because I don't want to freak them out. That's pretty awesome though. It's just first day that we got here, first night. Indy started barking at him, and then this one big one just stopped, just staring right at us. I was like, shit, I better get in the car. Indy's still growling at him though. I finally got her to stop. My typical routine is get the camper opened up, I make some coffee, take Indy for a walk. All right, Miss Indy, you've been waiting so patiently. Indy, you ready to go for your walk? Indy's not sure what to think of this. We've got bison, we've got prairie dogs, and we've got this beautiful view. What do you think, Indy? Is that freaking you out? This is pretty cool. Alright, so this is the first time I've left Indy inside the base camp, so I'm gonna go run some errands. It's nice and cool inside there, so she's probably tired of being in the car, so I'm just gonna let her chill and nap inside the base camp. Let's go take a look. So I'll let her enjoy the AC. I've taken the trash out. Enjoy, Indy. We'll see you in a little bit. Alright, so we're gonna run into town. It's about a 3.8 mile drive, so we're gonna go on this water run. Let's do it. I just got into Kitake, which is the little town just south of the state park. They've got water and ice standalone. I don't know if you call it machine or building, what have you. So I'm gonna try to fill up my 5-gallon jug and hopefully I'll be in some good shape. So let's take a look. So here's this. It says purified water only a quarter, 5 gallons for $1. What a deal. 24 hours. Let's check it out. Alright. Unfortunately, it is out of order. Pump failure. So we will not be getting any water here. So, man, that's a bummer. Actually looks like it had a pretty good filtration system. Anyway, that's that. So striking out, let's go into town and see if we can get some water somewhere else. Okay, so I just ran into the little food supermarket and I bought 9 gallons of water. I talked to the lady in there and she said the entire town does not have potable water. Apparently after the big winter storm last year wiped out whatever water treatment system that they're usually using. So at this point, lesson learned, always bring as much water as you can. One tricky part is you don't want to fill up the water tank in your camper until the very last minute. One thing I could have done, and I'll do next time, when I get really close to where I'm actually going to camp at, I'm going to fill up my 20-gallon tank on the base camp. So that's it. So headed back to the campsite. Alright, so I'm here in Caprock, which is the town within 4 miles of the state park. Tiny little town, less than a couple hundred people, super tiny. I love the sound those guys make. So we're getting back to the base camp, and this is the first time I've left Indy alone inside the camper. Let's see how she did. Oh, look at her. She's cold chilling, literally chilling. Because it's like 68 degrees in here. Yeah, you like that, don't you? Can you go outside? You need to go outside. So I've been at this for about 4 weeks now, and this is my second state park. Caprock Canyon was a big surprise. Great hiking, beautiful rock formations. It did not look like any area that I thought existed in Texas. Some lessons learned so far. Let's see. I say one of the lessons I've learned is internet. This state park, for example, the coverage for Wi-Fi was pretty sketchy. I've been having to stop at like a McDonald's or a coffee shop or Target. You can get internet as well. All I've got is my data plan on my phone, and that seems to go pretty quick, so I've got to be real careful about that. I'm trying to avoid getting a hotspot from one of the cell carriers, so I've ordered Starlink, and I ordered that a couple months ago, but it still hasn't come in, so I'm trying to hold out. Hopefully that'll come. Elon, let's get it together. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Indy and I are looking forward to our next spot. Hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time.